To actually see inside your penis, it's not something you get to see very often.
Maybe I won't want to touch it anymore.
Any hole is our goal.
It looks like an eyeball.
It does actually.
No arsehole, penis, nostril, vagina or mouth is safe.
Are we going to hurt him going through there?
We're taking a journey into the nation's holes. Please prepare for shrinking and bite the pillow.
It's like being in a cave.
Ba-ba-boom! Let's lube up and get stuck in.
Hi, I'm Tom. When I was about 13, I was on a lunch break at school and one of my friends was running up to the seesaw as I was sat on one end of it, and I hopped off the seesaw just as he landed on the other end, which caused it to crack me really hard on the undercarriage.
Ouch!
My pee stream got weaker and weaker, and by the time I was 16, I wasn't able to empty my bladder. I hadn't been able to have a proper pee for probably a year and a half. And I had an operation which was to take the narrow part of the urethra and literally chop it out and stitch it back together again. I had a few complications after that in hospital.
Warning, you might want to look away now.
Including a hematoma, which caused my scrotum to swell up like a Gallia melon and go black. I'd like to know if there's any, scarring or just out of interest, whether there's any lasting damage or whether there's anything that's recurring. And interestingly, because of where the constricture was, I didn't ejaculate until I was 16, basically.
Oh, bet that felt bloody amazing. Welcome on board, and we're going where no ship has gone before. Dr Uyiosa is here to fly Tom's partner Jeanette down his willy.
How do you guys feel about this?
I am a little bit nervous that maybe afterwards I won't want to touch it anymore.
I'm also nervous about this.
Tell us a bit about your relationship.
So we've been together about 4.5, nearly 5 years.
Okay.
We're polyamorous, so we live together, but both have multiple partners.
So the after effects of the operation that I had and the hematoma that I had, that's had a lasting effect. I have erectile dysfunction, which I treat with a little pill before I'm going to have sex.
Yeah.
So it's easily treatable, and obviously I have to explain this story to everybody I date because it becomes relevant very quickly.
Tom, are you happy to go to theatre? Jeanette, we're about to start our journey.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good luck, darling.
Let's get me some vitamin D.
Drinking complete.
Tom, brace yourself, baby. Ooh. This is so exciting.
Oh, well. That's... And how long is the urethra on a man?
So actually, a urethra is about 20 centimetres roughly, and it looks completely healthy.
See, that's fine. That looks, like, healthy.
Yes, no narrowing there.
No. Like, there's plenty of room. Well, where are we now?
So right now, we're in the bulbular region, and you can see that there's a stricture. So a stricture is essentially a narrowing. So if you can see the whitish coloured tissue on the outside, that's the scar tissue.
Right, OK. Are we going to hurt him going through there?
No, it shouldn't hurt him, but it may be slightly uncomfortable.
It's obviously still quite narrow when compared with the rest of his urethra.
Yes, so the white on the outside is a scar tissue as a result of the seesaw incident which he had. And you can see that it's slightly narrower as we go through it in this spaceship.
That looks really narrow. Oh!
And we're in.
OK. So what is this now?
We're in the bladder.
Oh.
So you can see the different vessels.
It looks like an eyeball.
It does actually. And actually you've been able to see what the inside of the bladder looks like. What do you think of that?
I imagine he had to go for a wee.
Exactly. Otherwise, it wouldn't have worked out. We would have seen a lot of yellow.
OK.
There isn't any scar tissue in the bladder at all. And then we're just backing out now, as you can see. So we're about to reach normal size now.
Wow, I didn't expect to be inside a penis today. I love my job. Tom, get back on board.
Thank you so much for allowing us to travel through your penis.
You're welcome. I could feel it. It was a very weird sensation.
Hopefully it wasn't too uncomfortable for you.
No, apparently I'm in the 2% of people that don't mind things going in and out of their penis, so that's good for the future. You said there was a lot of scar tissue.
Yeah, the lining of the urethra is what we call the mucosa. You can see changes to the texture, it's a lot more red, it isn't as smooth. the main thing to focus on is the stricture. So if it does get narrower, then you might notice the change to the passing of urine. That might become weaker and weaker.
I'll keep an eye out for that getting worse in my old age.
Now the most important question of the day.
You still have a penis, right?
I do. I do still like your penis.
Good.
Fellas, lock up your urethras. I might be inside you next.